What if the global balance of power was shifting right before your eyes, and you didn't even notice? The BRICS alliance, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is no longer just an economic club. It's becoming a serious threat to Western dominance, with new currency talks, military partnerships, and trade systems that could change everything. In this video, we'll break down how BRICS is positioning itself to challenge the dollar, disrupt global institutions, and reshape who holds real influence in the 21st century. You'll see what's already changing and what could come next, insights that the mainstream media won't show you. Are you tired of feeling like the world's future is being decided behind closed doors? Wondering how these global shifts might impact your job, your money, or your country's role in the world? Stay with me. This video could open your eyes to the power moves that are redefining the global game. BRICS is no longer just a symbolic alliance of emerging economies. Originally formed in 2006 by Brazil, Russia, India, and China, with South Africa joining in 2010, the group was once seen as a loose economic partnership. But in recent years, it has evolved into a serious geopolitical force. These countries now represent over 40% of the world's population and nearly a third of global GDP. That scale alone gives them enormous leverage. The expansion of BRICS in 2023 marked a turning point. New members like Saudi Arabia, Iran, the UAE, Egypt, and Ethiopia joined the bloc, signaling a shift towards a multipolar world. These additions are not just economic, they're deeply political. With key oil producers and strategic locations, BRICS now has a stronger foundation to rival Western dominance. This is not just growth, this is positioning. Economically, the BRICS nations control massive natural resources. From Russian gas to Brazilian soy, from South African minerals to Saudi oil, the group is resource-rich and increasingly independent. That gives them the power to influence global markets without relying on Western structures. In a world struggling with inflation and supply chain shocks, this autonomy is critical. But BRICS is not without internal challenges. Political systems vary, from democracies like Brazil to authoritarian regimes like China. There are also long-standing tensions between members, such as the rivalry between India and China. Coordination is a major hurdle. Still, their shared dissatisfaction with Western dominance keeps them aligned, at least for now. So why is BRICS gaining attention now more than ever? The answer lies in global instability. With Western institutions losing trust in many parts of the world, BRICS offers an alternative model of cooperation. It's not perfect, but it's growing in influence. And in geopolitics, perception often becomes power. BRICS is now being taken seriously because it demands to be. One of BRICS's boldest moves is its push to challenge the US dollar. For decades, the dollar has been the backbone of global trade, oil transactions, and international debt. But BRICS nations are working to reduce their dependency on it. They've started trading in local currencies, like the yuan, rupee, and ruble, instead of the greenback. This is the first real threat to dollar dominance in decades. Russia and China are leading this shift. After facing Western sanctions, Russia intensified trade with China in yuan. Meanwhile, China has signed currency swap deals with dozens of countries. These moves are not symbolic, they're systemic. BRICS wants to show the world that trade and finance can flow outside the dollar system. It's a slow process, but momentum is building. There's even talk of a new BRICS currency. While still in early discussions, this idea sends a clear message. BRICS is serious about creating an alternative financial system. A new currency backed by gold or a basket of commodities could attract countries tired of dollar volatility. If successful, it could erode the dollar's global reserve status. That would reshape global finance entirely. The US isn't ignoring this threat. Washington has responded by reinforcing alliances, tightening sanctions, and increasing pressure on nations that lean toward BRICS. But this only fuels the narrative that the current system is unfair and politically weaponized. Many in the global south now see BRICS as a path to sovereignty and financial freedom. And that perception has power. The consequences go far beyond economics. If BRICS weakens the dollar's hold, the West will lose more than money. It will lose Control. Inflation in the US could rise. American influence over global institutions would decline, and a multipolar currency world would mean more regional blocks, more fragmentation, and more uncertainty. We're watching a financial revolution. Unfold BRICS is not just talking about change, it's building it. One of its most powerful tools is the New Development Bank, NDB, created as an alternative to the IMF and World Bank. Unlike Western institutions, the NDB doesn't impose harsh political conditions on borrowers. That makes it especially attractive to developing nations. And that's exactly BRICS' target audience. The NDB is already funding major infrastructure projects worldwide, from highways in India to clean energy in South Africa. The bank is quietly reshaping development finance. It offers loans in local currencies, avoiding the dollar trap. This creates long-term partnerships and reduces dependency on the West. It's a soft power strategy, quiet but deeply effective. Beyond finance, BRICS is developing its own tech and logistics ecosystems. China and Russia are investing in alternatives to the Western-dominated internet and payment systems. Think of it as a digital Silk Road powered by BRICS. Even communication satellites and transport corridors are being built with minimal Western input. The goal: independence from US-controlled infrastructure. Supply chains are also part of the plan. BRICS members are coordinating to trade raw materials and manufactured goods more directly with each other. By doing so, they bypass Western choke points, like the Suez Canal or US ports, and reduce vulnerability. This internal trade web strengthens their position globally and makes sanctions less effective. In short, BRICS is laying down the foundation for a parallel system, one that doesn't depend on Washington, Brussels, or Wall Street. It's not just about competition, it's about resilience. As the world becomes more fragmented, having your own network means survival. BRICS understands that, and it's acting fast while others debate. BRICS is not just an economic alliance, it's a geopolitical force. As its influence grows, it challenges the dominance of Western blocs like the G7 and NATO. Many nations in the global South now see BRICS as a counterweight to Western hegemony. This appeal is rooted in shared frustration over being sidelined in global decisions, and BRICS is filling that power vacuum. The shift is already visible in diplomatic alignments. Countries in Africa, Latin America, and Southeast Asia are strengthening ties with BRICS. Some are even applying to join. This growing interest shows that BRICS is no longer viewed as a club for emerging markets, but as a potential leader of a new world order. The idea of a BRICS Plus alliance is gaining real momentum. Tensions with the West are rising. The US and its allies see BRICS as a threat to the liberal world order they helped build after World War II. Sanctions, military alliances, and economic pressure are being used to counter BRICS influence, but this only deepens the divide. Many neutral countries are now forced to choose a side or try to balance between both worlds. There's also a security dimension unfolding quietly. While BRICS is not a military alliance, members like China and Russia are expanding defense ties with other BRICS-aligned nations. Joint drills, arms deals, and intelligence sharing are becoming more common. This creates a shadow military axis that, while unofficial, can shift regional power dynamics significantly. Ultimately, the rise of BRICS is accelerating the end of unipolarity. The post-Cold War era, where the US reigned unchallenged, is fading. In its place, a more fragmented, multipolar world is emerging. That means less predictability, but also more opportunity for new alliances and voices to emerge. BRICS is at the center of this global transformation. The future of BRICS could unfold in several different directions. In the most optimistic scenario, BRICS becomes a truly unified bloc that challenges Western dominance. With more countries joining, a shared currency launched, and internal trade booming, BRICS could reshape the global financial system. This would reduce the power of the dollar and give rise to a new economic order. Many in the global South are hoping for exactly that. But there's a second, more realistic scenario: limited success. In this version, BRICS grows in influence, but struggles with internal divisions. Rivalries, like the one between India and China, slow down decision-making. Economic disparities and political differences prevent true integration. Still, Even in this fragmented state, BRICS could remain a powerful coalition that challenges the West on key issues. The third scenario is one of failure and collapse. If economic crises hit or geopolitical tensions rise too high, the alliance could unravel. Countries might retreat into their own national interests. Without unity or a clear agenda, BRICS would lose credibility. This would reinforce Western institutions like the IMF and G7 and delay any real shift in global power. It's a risk, but not the most likely one right now. Whatever the outcome, the ripple effects will be global. A stronger BRICS means more competition for the West and more options for the global South. It means the world becomes less centralized with multiple centers of power. For everyday people, this could impact everything, from currency values to fuel prices and even job opportunities. The stakes are real and growing every day. We are witnessing a historical turning point. BRICS is no longer a passive observer of world affairs. It's an active player reshaping them. Whether it succeeds or fails, the movement itself has already shifted global conversations. The old world order is being questioned, and in that uncertainty, BRICS finds its greatest opportunity and its greatest challenge. We're not just watching a shift in economics, we're witnessing the rebirth of global power. BRICS is no longer just a group of developing nations. It's a strategic alliance that's challenging the financial, technological, and political control of the West. Whether it succeeds fully or not, one thing is certain: the global balance of power will never be the same again. As the world moves toward a more multipolar future, understanding BRICS is no longer optional, it's essential. This affects your country, your economy, and possibly your daily life. From rising prices to changing alliances, the ripple effects are already in motion, and they will only grow stronger in the years ahead. If you found this video valuable, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Subscribe for more deep insights into geopolitics and global strategy. And tell me in the comments, do you think BRICS will truly change the world? Or will it collapse under its own weight? Share this video with a friend who needs to know what's really happening behind the headlines.